All right, let's double check if this thing is live. I think it's working. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks like I'm live. All right. So welcome to the Old World Community Tournament 2026. This is match 73, JCT versus Woo. And we are just getting the game started. Let me grab the link for this so that I can post it somewhere. Leave in here. All right. And we do have JCT. Oh, and he picked first and took Babylon. I do know that Woo, my very first game of a multiplayer duel was against Woo, and he took Babylon. So he may have wanted to go that route and got blocked here. All right, and then let's go. Let's see. All right, so Woo looks like they're going Greece. All right. And we are playing on continents wide. Let's see. For wonders, we have Oracle and Jerwans. Lighthouse, Apadana, and Jebel for developing. We have Acropolis, Colossus, and Kothon for strong. And Circus, Pantheon, Hagia, Colosseum, and Chituraga, however you say that one, for legendary. So a little bit heavy on the late game wonders here. We have educated on our leaders, and it looks like Woo did go with a tactician start. Let's see, JCT is also a tactician, so we got double tactician here. All right. JCT is moving forward. Sees the oh, maybe they don't see the barbarian camp just yet. Scout moves forward. And Woo seems to be scouting in the general direction also. Traders start, or no, artisan start for Greece. Getting these nets online. Double worker is an advantage here for artisan. And over here for Babylon, we did have a trader start, which makes sense. It's going to be quite a bit of culture and growth coming out of there. Looks like the leader is still searching for a camp. And over here, looks like Woo also has not found his first camp yet. Although it does look like you can see, oh, he may have just found it, yep. They does see his free site over here. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of lag here. Hopefully that's not my fault. I don't know if the observer can block that or whatnot. How many sites are on this map? That's a good question. Let's see. So we have 40 points, but I don't know the math on how to do that. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and maybe 1, 2 here in the middle. Then 1, 2, yeah. So like, looks like it's 5 per side and then 2 in the middle. I don't know if I can tell them that. What is the minimum number? Yeah, so I think we're good. Thank you, Scientific. Maybe I should have been a little less specific. All right, so Babylon has taken their first site, and they have their trader already going for the free site there to the north. I'll be curious to see what they sell there. A couple of Grove resources right there. And then Babylon doesn't yet have their first settler out, and they have not quite cleared the site yet. I need to move the camera slower too, I've heard people say. Let's see, if we look at the resources, we do have, let's see, how many groves do we actually have? I only saw the 2 at the start there. There's a citrus in the middle too. So it doesn't seem like a ton of grove resources. Maybe just 6 on the map total. And Babylon is still clearing their first site, but they do have their settler ready to go right into it. Oh yeah, there we go. And then over here, we have a settler for Babylon coming out in 5 years, 4 years now, while they clean up the barbarian here on the site they've already captured. We do have just 1 Thracian and 1 Gaul camp on the map, so... And there's nothing in the middle here, so this giant sort of area in the middle here doesn't get much. Well, I guess they're right here and here, so. And then it looks like Babylon has scouted the one of the northern sites here. I guess they've gone to, yeah, so we should be on tight now. It's my first time casting, so be kind. All right, so Greece is getting more nets up. We got notes. Don't roast me too hard on the stream, okay? All right. Still cleaning up the first camp, so it looks like Babylon is a little bit faster clear rate right now. Let's see. All right, we're back to Babylon again. 3 years for their settler. They have their camp cleaning up. Going for the stone boost, I didn't look at their technologies. So they got, let's see, Babylon would have had trapping, administration, and rhetoric. So they got stone cutting so far. And they haven't done sages yet. I'm assuming they will. So we'll see what free tech they'll get. Oh, there's a wine there. Did I miss that? So there might be 3. No, honeys too. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so there's actually 5 here. And incense. Okay, I just didn't see them at all. Okay, so there are actually 6 per side plus a couple in the middle here, so that could be useful. All right, and Greece has taken their first camp and they're ready to settle it. Another settler out in 6 years, so they're a little behind. And we're back to Babylon. Moving quick here. Oop. All right, so they finally got the site fully cleared. Settler in 2 years. I would think this would be a sage site, but maybe I'm wrong. And they're scouting up north here. Looks like they haven't quite seen the Thracian camp. Babylon with a slight science lead to start with, which makes sense. All right, we do have a sage city down for Greece. And they got administration, I think. All right, that warrior there got kind of low at the end. Have to spend a few turns healing him up. Let's see, got a little culture there from something. We got some events. Marriage event. All right, so we did get a intelligent builder wife with some good discipline too. So economy wise, we have 228 on the Babylonian side to 196. So gold income is about the same. Science slightly favors Babylon, but not by much right now. And we are exploring and healing, probably. Settler in 1 year. All right, going up for the clear to the north next. Let's see, got an event. Thracians contacted. So might be going to war here. For the legitimacy. I usually think the legitimacy is nice, but that humble can also be good. So Babylon chose first. I actually said at the start of the stream, Woo was my first multiplayer game, and he played Babylon and ended up winning. I think he likes Babylon, so he may have been blocked by getting the one that he originally may have wanted. So we got labor force in 4 years. Let's see, do we have anything? We do have land consolidation marks, so we do have a Land consolidation direction coming from Greece. Ironworking. I actually don't know off the top of my head which text Greece starts with. All right, so healing up a warrior and scouting around. Greece has their next site visible. I think they haven't seen the one over here though. And yeah, so they Babylon should see that one right there. Oh yeah, they're heading up this direction already. I'm going military drill. So we're rushing, maybe not rushing, but we're targeting military drill very quickly here. Good to get the barracks down, particularly in a sage city, to get that extra science. Still pretty low on orders though. Yeah, artisan capital on the Greece side. I mean, the faster urban improvements can be nice, but early on I don't feel like you have enough urban improvements to get a lot of use out of that, and there's not a ton of mines. Or really, I mean, lumber mills maybe later on potentially, but there's probably better lumber mills down this direction with the rivers and whatnot. So still 2 years out for our third settler, or well, second settler, third city. And then Babylon has not spotted this one, I think. They are moving their settler into place. Got some horses. Yeah. Yeah, and we did go sages. So we did get ironworking. Okay, that's not bad. Not the most expensive tech they could have gotten though, probably. Yeah, they definitely had some other slightly more valuable options they could have gotten. All right, our warriors almost healed up. Looking like maybe they might be planning to go down and take this barbarian camp here. That is true. Greece and Babylon are both pretty low order starts. Moving quick here. We do have another slinger coming out of the hunter seat. All right, so wait, and I did miss that. So we are going hunters, traders, and sages, which I think is a pretty good choice for Babylon here. I'm curious, like this would be another good trader for both sides of the map. Could see this one going hunter for the ore, but they could also go hunter for the Ford site here to be more defensive. Do have horses down this way too, so that would let them do some mounted units. And then, all right, so we have our trader up, so we'll get to see which family, well, maybe, hopefully, we'll see what the third family is for Greece. I'll have to refresh myself here as far as Let's see. So Greece would be champions, artisans, patrons, or sages. So I'm guessing champions. Although I suppose they could plan to do their champion seat further forward if they wanted to delay it. But all right, and we have Babylon clearing to the north here. Always a good setup here, having the melee hitting the tactician while you're stunning the camp, the ranged camp. Getting some free stone in the middle there. We still got a slinger coming up. We got a worker and another settler queued. One year on mill drill. Let's see, science is up to 26 on this side for Babylon. And we're at 21 for Greece, so not a huge difference so far. No stone ASAP. All right, and we did settle another Sage City. Interesting. Okay, so they are delaying the champions. Well, I'm assuming champions. And we are clearing this camp here. So this probably will be their champion seat, which is kind of nice to have it on the forward, you know, defensive side where all your units are going to pop out. Could do a couple champion seats right here potentially, I guess. It's a very open area here by their spawn. Kind of interesting positioning on that. So we're going Polis next. Possibly, they don't have it marked, but they may also be going for land consolidation direction. Also forestry, since Babylon is very, very wood heavy for their unique unit. It could be thinking of trying to get forestry up faster. And we do have a granary up in the hunter's seat. Granary is going down next to the wheat in the trader's seat. Gold income is going to be really good on the Babylon side with the fair here and all of these money resources. No improvements yet on the Sage's seat yet. Only the horses, really. Well, or you could throw down some farms, I guess. All right, so we're getting the free settler for Greece, which is nice. It's going to let them, assuming they can clear, they're going to have back-to-back settlers here. 2 and then 5, 2 years and then 5 years. Getting a stonecutter down in the artisans. It's interesting. Does not feel like they need more military just yet, or they're hoping to bank on their champion seat. It does seem to be a little bit more of a passive build-up style. So let's see. Food income is about the same for both. Rest of their economy hasn't really gotten online yet. Money, surprisingly, is still pretty similar, considering I would have expected the traders capital to have favored Babylon slightly here, but I guess I didn't look. So we do have a scholar, but only one discipline, so not getting as much from the spouse on the Babylon side. We have our 4th settler coming out, and we do have the site already clear. Trying to see, I mean, it doesn't make sense to go trader here. I think could go another sage since they went hunter over here, but then you're getting the ore probably inside of the sage city, which could also go a second hunter, I suppose, but I think you'd want to go more forward for your hunter cities. This is really the most forward site for them on their half of the map, really. All right, so we got have a clear or a kill, but no clear yet on this barbarian camp. So I don't think by the time the settler comes out, although it is going to come out in the capital, so it does have a bit of a walk. Does look like he might need to pull this warrior back though, because I don't think he can clear the camp. And he's got a warrior coming out over here, so might need to heal up and wait for that to back him up. I got another slinger already on the Babylon side. Putting a general up. Looks like we should be able to survive here, kill this. Oh no, actually he stunned that one. Maybe he was thinking he'd get this up and kill, but didn't quite make it. Guess it doesn't really matter. You stun one or kill the other. Kind of doesn't matter, I suppose. That's true. So culture-wise, Pella is quite fast here. 21 culture for turn. We are 14 years from developing, or from going to strong, rather. Yeah, some quick hoplites. Don't know. I mean, they do have good gold income, so they should be able to get a few out just off of their economy alone. And if they get the champion seat down here, they'll be quite close, and hopefully can build them faster than 15 years. All right, so we do have Quarry going down in Babylon. All right, yes, and we do get a kill here with the slinger. Last one is done, so this one will be cleaned up real quick. And then the settlers are in position, can actually settle. Yep, right there. And we did go hunters, so we got 2 hunters right here. Which I'm curious. This, I mean, I suppose, I mean, the ore makes a lot of sense, but it is further back. So you're either going to go 3 hunters here to have a forward hunter defensive city, or you're just going to have the hunters on your back line instead. So I guess to some extent it will come down to if who can race to get these extra sites in the middle here. Both are good trader spots, I think. It is a very small map. Not a ton of city sites. They're going to be quite close, so... Alright, so we're back to trying to clear this from the scrub here. Still don't know, like... feel like he's going to have to fall back. And he's not going to be able to clear that. I think he needs that extra warrior to come out. Pulse is almost done. We've got another slinger queued up in the hunter site. So definitely, I mean, Babylon is getting a bit more military going faster here. Getting another a flat lane quarry down in the capital. Not a lot of mountains, so it is a little bit lighter on stone here. A couple of spots right here, but Honey is blocking a good one right there. And we did have Jerwan go down. Okay, that's a I mean, it's a decent Jerwan, not perfect, but it's probably, with the number of mountains we have here, it's maybe the best of the bad choices. Plus it's in the Sage site, so that's good. Yeah, to get all your farms down, it'll be 8 science right here. A lot of growth, although I guess it's not super growth heavy. Just a couple farms, and yeah, actually it's actually not food heavy at all. We have a farm and a fish in the capital, and probably need some lush farms here to keep the food income in. Yeah, the tactician, both of their economies are quite good, and with the trader capital, I mean, we're getting 70 gold from the fair alone, and another 80 from the nets. Did he already get the elder? He did. Okay, so and he has the elder shopkeeper in there. I guess I missed that, or maybe he must have rushed it. Yeah. All right, so we did finally clear this. I guess I was wrong, and he was able to do it before that warrior came out, which is helpful. And we did go champs here. So we can clear that up. So I guess with a champ city right now, we would have 8-year hoplites as it is. And we have another settler ready to go up here, but nowhere really to take it just yet. I'm curious which direction he'll go, because he hasn't gotten this barbarian camp yet. All right, so we're moving our slingers forward, getting barracks down in the hunters. We're at 5-year slingers right now. It's actually tough to keep up. Watching the streams, it doesn't move this quickly. All right, and right, so we're moving the settler down. I'm not even sure if he's scouted this site right here. It doesn't look like he has based on that. And he may not even know. I mean, he maybe can infer it based on the gap in the map, but he might end up going for the Gaul site here instead. And we do have Paulus also down here, so quick Paulus for both nations here. And he does actually have land consolidation marks, so it makes sense. We have navigation. It looks like a what, 7 law? Looks like a 7 law, or at least, well, yeah. At least, I mean, 4 law first, obviously, but yeah, okay, so you can see this urban, you're right. All right, and we did bait out a barbarian unit there. 1 more year for 3rd slinger. Got a couple workers coming down. Another settler coming out. This one should be coming to this site next. I'm curious to see what he will actually settle here, because we already have 2 hunters, so could go. I mean, it is a small map, so a lot of military production could be needed, but with sages, I usually like to get a couple sages down to keep that science income high. And given that, well, they don't know this yet, I don't think, but these 2 sites are really geared towards traders, so this would be his last potential sage site unless he decides to go a different direction up here. Okay, moving into the forest, getting the stun. And getting the kill. Order income is still suffering. Let's see. Become intelligent. The events pop up and go away very quickly, so although at the beginning I don't think there's as many of them to keep up with, which is nicer. And let's see, on the Greek side, we have an Olympiad going down. That will increase the training, I guess. That's an interesting. I guess it's not. I mean, that's still what, 5 turns worth of investment there. I've played like Greece twice, so I don't know if Olympiad is a normal part of their strategy there. Yep, so we are continuing to clear the camp, which will be made easier with the extra units here. We do have our 3rd slinger out. And forestry is queued up now on Babylon's side. So very quick beeline down this middle line. So I think they are, at least they're going for forestry for potentially their unique unit. But possibly going straight for land consolidation there, which is quite a bit of science right here. 3 groves just right there, and then 2 over here, so economy is still doing very good. We have 250 versus 187. So Babylon did end up pulling ahead a little bit there with their economy. Greece has a little bit better stone economy and a little bit better iron economy to the start. Both orders are about the same. And Babylon is starting to pull ahead a little bit in science, which I think is to be expected to some extent. Queuing up a warrior, so we are going very focused on building our military units out of these two hunter sites right now. All right, and back over to Greece, healing up our unit. We do have our other warrior out now, so, and we do fully see the site now at least. So I am curious, probably prioritize the Gauls, because they are going to raid if you're not going to grab them soon. Got workers, and a warrior. Okay, so we are starting to ramp up out of the champ seat, which makes sense. And we have our settler out, and we are continuing to clear. All right, get that ore down, which is nice. Help get that training up a little bit. Double barracks done in the hunter seat. All right, stun. From what I can tell, they can never die against a tactician. So once you get them down, you do actually have to kill them. Air education. So we do have our air. Yeah, there's a lot of growth in the middle here, which I guess is I guess in a way you could almost make the case that you could go sages here, because all that growth being funneled into specialists might be more valuable than a trader site that's just going to get that same amount of growth but not the same value out of the specialists that you're building with that growth. It just would be very tempting to go traders there, but I mean, you're getting what, 20 growth, and what are you going to do with it? Like, I don't know. So they are going for the Gauls, and they have a settler already ready to go. Yeah. So yes, they can't die from attacking a tactician. I have gotten confirmation from Sean. Got 3 trader workers down in Babylon. We got a settler. I guess they came up the side here to go north. Let's see. All right, so getting the site there. I assume they'll grab the clear there, or kill there rather. All right, so apprentice officers in the hunter seat. Another warrior coming out, I think I already said. 3 years on Jerwans, and we've already got our first farm going down. We need to finish it before we can get the others. Yeah, I'm playing a game right now, my third game, and I'm actually I got my first win as Babylon, and I'm playing this most recent game as Babylon, and it made me think about it because when we started, I when a trader capital, or not, sorry, it was a hunter capital, because it had a ton of camp resources, but they were all food camps. And, you know, partway into the game, I was like, why do I have so much growth in I've got like 5 citizens that I can't do anything with because I'm, you know, building military units. So like for a specifically a food growth heavy site, it kind of might make more sense to go with something like Sages, where that growth actually gets used for something. All right, so we're getting the clears on the Gauls here. Plenty of time before they're gonna respawn units. Let's see, another warrior coming down. And we do have a flatland core here. We have a Shrine of Hades, so we're getting that very nice culture bonus from the mountain, sort of sacrificing a good quarry spot for that. But we are going to hit strong in just 5 years so far. Garrison going down for the orders. Got our shrine going down in the hunter seat. And our capital. We have 2 shrines going down for Babylon. And orders are suffering quite a bit here. I think for both players. So we did get the clear in the middle here. And we have the settler ready to plop in. Thinking probably maybe there. It's a little bit of growth there, so I mean, I could see them just opting to go Sages here. But all their military production is going to be in the back of their empire if they go that route. All right, we do have plenty of clear down here. So that should be cleaned up here in short order. I guess let's take a quick look at the graphs. Military-wise, slight advantage to Greece at this point, Babylon, but they're very close. Legitimacy, slight advantage to Babylon, but they're also very close. Babylon's got quite a bit more growth thanks to their starting bonus. Pretty darn close on training. And then the big one, science here. Babylon is leading now by a little over 150 points total. One year on Jerwans. All right, so we're going to get our 5th city down right here. Didn't quite pull up Fort. Okay, they did go 3rd hunters. Interesting, okay. Didn't quite pull up Fort enough for that sheep. All right, so we have triple hunter, so kind of heavy military side, which on a small map like this might make sense. Gonna be fighting over the middle here. Greece is going to have the advantage by taking this first middle site here, so that will put him quite close to Babylon here, and I think Babylon is not aware that he's pulled that far forward yet. But Greece with this scout does see the border for Babylon there. Excuse me. And we are getting navigation down. We're trying to get that order pumped up here. Which I actually like doing when I'm playing Babylon as well, is sort of beeline navigation to get more orders for more turns. Couple idle workers. Don't have enough orders to do everything right now. Do have another warrior coming out, another Olympiad. So I'm curious about the, is that mainly to get the training per year boosted? I mean, you do get the payout, I suppose, but all right, I've got a hamlet going down, trying to grow the borders here. So we have no laws taken yet, but Babylon does start. They can take this from the beginning, but hasn't opted to spend their civics on that yet. Yeah, boats could play a role here. If you get a couple down here and you anchor them along the coast here, you could sort of ride straight into their capital or something like that. With the layout here, you're really only on the coast on these two sites in the middle, or you're all the way on the far end of the continent there. Setting ourselves a general. We have 3 slingers. That all 3 slingers so far? Yeah, I think so. All right, so we should take the camp here. And we have the settler ready to go. So I guess Greece doesn't have traders, so this could be a Sage city. Or they could go champions to be on the front line, I guess. They do have the elephants there. It is sages, okay. Which, with the good growth right there, could be good, but so far, I think the main issue is that they only have 1 military production city right now. And it is champion, so they get quite a nice boost there, but I would assume they need to clear this and maybe make this one champions also to keep up with military production. Prophet, foolish, zealot, or we can take the science there. It looked like Greece hasn't even met the Thracians, so it looks like they might. I wasn't sure. I didn't see if. Oh no, I think I did see that. Babylon did meet the Gauls, I believe. But if they clear the Thracian camp before... I mean, Greece is quite close there. All right, so we are going labor force. Maybe finally going for towards navigation for the orders. And we do have triple slinger heading towards the Thracian camp here, or quadruple slinger. Okay, quadruple slinger. Only downside is quite a lot of trees right here, so slow down with no warriors. Political studies. Can get a rising star out of this. Rising stars are such a double-edged sword. I like them. They give huge bonuses, and in particular, if you could get one to become your Grand Vizier, it can be nice as long as you can have governors in the critical cities that you want to control the build order in. But I don't know that it's always worth it. So we're moving north here. They are aware of this camp, and they might be... So we might actually get our first conflict right here, because it looks like Babylon is heading this direction, and Greece is maybe trying to rush them for it. And Greece does see it, so they know that they're there. I think. Yeah. And yeah, so they're moving down here. Either to protect or to make a move on them, potentially. Okay, yeah, they're taking the defensive, either defensive or... So it could be the first conflict here. Be interesting to see what Greece does if they move. I mean, I don't know that they have... I mean, if they pulled all 4 warriors, it could... particularly if they got into these trees. Because they do have a warrior also. I missed that. Sorry. So they have is it here? Yeah, okay. A warrior and 3 slingers. Oh, I must have didn't recognize that before. So they've got 4 military units, a warrior, and 3 slingers. So we have a bold philosophy student as our heir. All right, so definitely, so sort of giving up on moving to the north here to clear. And they are getting a raid, actually. Who is this raiding? So this is raiding Babylon. Okay. That could help Greece out a little bit, particularly if the raid comes in and they could maybe time it with that. Maybe pull these back and heal them real quick, and then move in with all your units. Or you might just leverage the fear of you making the move to just skirt around and try to take the camp out from under them. All right, so we have all these marked and going for architecture. All right. Don't know about the architecture pick here. I mean, unless you're... I mean, I guess you could go engineering for more wonders, but I don't think... I know baths can be quite good, but when you have... Or maybe it's a Greek thing that I'm not familiar with. We'd have amphitheaters. Amphitheater going down in the capital. Garrison, and oh, we did start Jebril. Okay, so we have Jerwan's down for Babylon, and we have Jebril coming for Greece. However, we don't have any world religions yet, so I think that doesn't do a whole lot for us just yet. All right, so Raid's moving forward. He did pull up another warrior here. So posturing or staging for an attack. Let's see, and we have a slinger. Yeah, so we're getting heals down. Got another slinger coming. That's the only military so far. Might queue up another military unit here, perhaps. We do have 3-year slingers or 3-year warriors. Getting our culture shrines down. Okay, so yeah, if they're going for Zorro, yeah, they do have a Arclight rushed here. Do they have I'll have to look when it's their turn again, if they have another one already. But even then they need to get the Arclights out and spread it, or they're only going to get one temple, as I understand it. Not Arclight, a whatever, missionary. Those are Christian missionaries and Zoroastrian. Yeah, so we have, all right, so we got our Arclight there. We don't even have a temple there, or a temple. I mean, do we have it? We don't have another temple. Oh, we do have 2 up here. Sorry, we have 2. Okay, yeah. So we got, yeah. So we have. So okay. So we're gonna get Zora then. Queuing up a bunch of councils. So I guess he could get Zorro and try to rush a missionary. But even with that timing, because the problem is that he started it, he only got 7 years. So all right. Oh, and Doom. Big forest fire. Pushed our units out. Hurt a few of them. Suppose if I suppose if you're Greece, maybe you could use that as a sign that you can move in. And that actually kills, I guess in a way, I don't think it destroys all the trees, although maybe it does. I think I've usually seen it where it leaves maybe a few trees left behind. But if all these trees are gone, it does mean that Greece couldn't move in and sort of protect themselves from all these slingers as easily. But with these raiders coming, they may not have to. And they might see these raiders and go, all right, this site is very open with only one person to kill up here. So that's also, maybe you just bypass this and go for the second, because that will be up 2 cities. We do have 2 more slingers coming out. Very slinger heavy. Which is fine as long as you're not going against someone in forest, I guess. A scout too, which is not bad. A little more visibility here. Yeah. Camp is kind of free for the taking here because they're going to be busy trying to take care of this and not be able to contest this. They do have a settler in the capital coming now. Actually, they have 2. Do they? Oh, okay. So I guess they do have. They need a settler down here, and then I guess they're banking on them being able to take this site. So that would put Greece up 2 city sites. This is true. I can speak fast. So they are definitely, yeah, they're moving in. Did they? Okay, they didn't even have to. They didn't have to force march it. It'll be interesting. If you're Babylon, do you contest this and try to push them off the site before they settle it? They do have, and they don't know this, but they have 4 years before the settler comes down. So if they take a turn or 2 to clear up this, if they take a turn or 2 to clear up this, they could then come up here and try to contest it, I guess. Yeah, order is quite low. Neither of them went for navigation too quickly. And it's such a small map, there's not a lot of legitimacy to grab, really. We do have an option to go navigation here for Babylon. Let's see, so got 1 stunned. Maybe would have moved the tactician forward though before I hit, so that I can try to bait the attack from the melee unit. And actually, I guess the order constraint meant that they couldn't do. I mean, they didn't have enough to do much of anything there. All right, so Greece does have the site. We'll see if they can hold it, but it doesn't look like Babylon is in a position where they could actually contest it for the moment, either between these raiders and then also just the order economy of trying to get up there. Oh, we have the Zenobia event. Autonomous rule. It's a double-edged. I mean, I don't like autonomous rule, but if it's for a economic city, I can usually deal with it a little bit better. Obviously, I wouldn't want a champion seat to do it, but sometimes can be okay. All right. And in part of the issue is that we have a lot of economic development going on under Babylon. We have tons of orders being tied up here in our builders right now. Need to clean up these raiders. herbalist, carpenter, or educated, or become frugal. Ooh, and we have an insane heir. That's a little rough. I guess we lost our spouse as well. Affable is quite nice here, though. An educated, affable leader. They are ill, though, so... Yeah, I don't think Babylon is in a position where they can worry about that site at this point. I mean, if we look at orders, they both are... Babylon has actually a slight advantage on orders, even. Both sitting at 14. Yeah, economy-wise... Babylon has still holding at about 220 gold per turn. They've been at that level for quite a while, mostly from their trader capital, I think. But they do have a little bit of stone, a little bit of iron, a little bit of wood. Greece has got a lot more stone. Gold is sitting about 50 per turn less. Neither one have too many mines up yet. I guess not a lot of hills. Some hills down here. Definitely going heavy stone in Pella here. Got a worker coming out, so not gearing up for any sort of clear military buildup just yet. I mean, we only have the single champion site, so. But I mean, I'd be content to hold this and settle it, so that will put them in a very advantageous position as far as cities are concerned. All right. All right, and we have the raid moving in closer and closer. We're getting all our farms around Jerwans, so our food income should be, I think, a bit better. Yeah, we're a bit better on food compared to Greece. And we did get 2 more slingers out, and we've queued up another slinger and then a treasury. Which for Babylon, I guess for the culture kind of makes sense. We're getting no culture in this city. Still, I feel like... well, no, they built their... I think they built their... shrine somewhere else. Here, yeah, right here. All right, so they've got 1 kill on the raiders. And we're out of orders yet again. Yeah, the orders are kind of rough here for both players, really. But I think Greece is able to make the best out of what they have. I think Babylon is scaling their economy quite a bit more, so that's eating into their orders. We do have slavery down for Greece, so that's also going to be helping them. That's actually where I think that's probably where most of their iron is coming from. But lots of stone. Greece could be, I mean, I guess Lighthouse would actually be pretty good to get here. If Greece is able to get both of these middle sites down, as well as their as well as their capital here, that would be a lot of money. It would kind of compensate for not having a trader's site here. So definitely, so they're pulling up their military. So they're probably, they know that Babylon has the majority of their military up here. So they might either be just trying to protect the settle here, avoid contention, or all right. And it looks like our leader died in Babylon, which is kind of unfortunate timing considering that the orders are already pretty bad. Got a marriage proposal, debauched schemer, or an intolerant judge. Oof. Oh. Don't really like either of these. I guess the debauched, if you go and make them a chancellor or ambassador, that could not be terrible. And they did take this debauched, bitter schemer. The court scholar too, eh? I guess we actually are, I guess a lot of our science is coming from our, we had 2 scholar courtiers here. Another kill on the raid, and there won't be any more raids. So I think the only person to get raided here was Babylon, and that's all we're going to get. And we have a frugal heckler philosophy student as our next in line, although it's our half sister, so probably won't stay the heir for long. So 2 turns for navigation will hopefully get a little bit more order economy going here. We also, I think we have just a garrison. Oh, we do. Okay, we have our 3rd garrison there. So definitely a little bit, well, we only have 5 cities to begin with, so I guess 3 out of 5 with garrison so far, but all right, so up here, let's see, what is Greece gonna do? Moving our settler up. All right, yeah. So what do we do up here? Another stage, or do we make this one a champion seat on the front line here with Babylon? That might make sense. Still haven't settled this. So even though Babylon managed to snipe or managed to clear and get this, there's still only 5 cities to 5 cities so far. They'll only be up on cities once they grab this. And then maybe clear this out. I figured this one still makes sense as a champion site also with the ore, but they might end up doing 3 champion sites total, which would match up with the 3 hunter site. All right, so getting the clean up there. So they're finally done with that, but I think it's going to be a little too late. Because Greece is going to get the settle there. We are getting some roads down. So if we look at trade network, these 2 middle cities are not connected yet. And we also want to be able to get our, well, it's pretty flat for the most part, but get our units in from our other hunter sites pretty good, or pretty quickly. Tutoring available. I guess it's one of those things where like it is available, but probably not going to have this half sister stay the heir, so maybe not worth it, even though we have the quarter. This is one of the problems. I mean, we have not enough orders. We have workers sort of idling. I'm glad to see navigation will be done here in a year. Yeah, I haven't actually looked. So relationships here, we're actually quite good on the Babylon side. Our hunters really like us, which is good because they're the majority of our military. But everyone else is at least okay. And doing pretty decent over here on the Greek side as well. We have our artisans fairly happy, and the rest are at least in the positive. And we went artisan on this northern site. Okay. I struggle with artisans just because their capital, or their seat rather, has a pretty good benefit, right? So getting one artisan city down for that urban improvement boost can be quite good, but I always struggle. I mean, mainly it would be if you have something that's very mine heavy, I think. Mine or lumber mill heavy, which, I mean, I guess you could do some lumber mills here, but I feel like champions or even another sage site would have maybe been a little bit better. But who am I to say? I'm just a talking head. Spread religion. Yeah, that's important. Actually, how many turns? Oh, he stepped off the Jebril. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Okay. So he has more time than just wanted to secure it so that it couldn't be stolen from him. All right, and we do have, it's a scholar leader, so we can redraw now. And that's actually going to be good for us as well, because our, well, one sage city is going to get the 2-year extra science there. Going aristocracy. So maybe ready for the border boost, maybe trying to move towards sovereignty and possibly machinery. But with Babylon, I think machinery is a little bit less valuable when your unique unit is basically a walking AoE archer. Still building the roads, which is going to be helpful here. So we see obviously that this was settled. So now we know. Did we have a settler that we were prepping for it, or maybe we canceled it in time or converted it to a worker? All right. So Greece. Let's see, so we can get some legitimacy there. Traveling afar. So we pulled our units back. Okay, I guess, yeah, coming down here to clear this last site. That makes sense. Keep a token contingent up here to defend the city. Which, I mean, I don't know if you're Babylon, you have a, no, that's not yours. That's theirs. Which they have their scout sitting right next to here, so. Guess they can move this away now that they've settled that. So we have our settler, last settler of the game, coming down from Greece. On the Babylonian side, whoop. On the Babylonian side, are we grabbing? Oh no! Oh no! They use their civics for exploration, I think, or slavery, when they needed to get serfdom. Oh, that's painful. I always try to make serfdom my first law, usually, for Babylon. So we do have a lighthouse marked out here. But, I mean, we need the civics, I think, for serfdom before we can even think about building it. And our civics income is not the highest. So we do see just the one warrior there. It would be nice to get some visibility in there to see, because if, I mean, I don't know if I could take, I don't know if you could take the city with just what they have there though, but they do have 3 more slingers back here, but probably not the order has really moved them around that much. All right. I'm assuming we're going to keep moving the warriors down. Trying to see what kind of moves we're making here. And Greece did get serfdom online, so their order economy is now much better off. Yep, so we're moving them into position. We do have 4 strength units. 3 out of the 4 are 4 strength units, so going to be a little bit harder to clear. Got a disciple going down. We got Zoroastrian in this city, which is not the worst actually. This is quite a lot of growth, so it'll accelerate once we get a few more nets up, but it does put you at risk. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter right now. Ooh, couple step forward and did quite a bit of damage there. All right, we can go either scholar or zealot for our half sister, and looks like we're gonna have to throw someone in jail. Let's see, what else are what's going on here? probably gonna be just doing some more econ. Let's take a look at the graphs for now. So science, we are pulling away a little bit in science. 200 science lead now for Babylon. Still not, terribly high. Both of them got sages, so they both got the free tech. Money slightly favors Babylon, but order, we can see that spike in orders right there. Greece is now significantly better off on orders for the moment, and we'll probably pull ahead on Babylon in just a few turns here. Looks like we're chopping out some wood. And we do have actually a good bit of wood here. This might be prepping for our unique unit, but I think we're still one law away from being able to do that. Did we? No, okay. So we grab a kill there. All right, so we're okay for the moment, but probably we'll need to retreat them and heal before we push forward. Yeah, that's going to be a little too dicey. No ambitions yet, so that's another thing affecting them. No ambitions on the Greek side, so we're missing out on quite a bit of legitimacy there. Sandstorm, so get some more science there. Field for generals or main. Okay. All right, so we do have a sandstorm doom again. Couple forest fire and now a sandstorm so far this game. Whoop. Right, yeah, so yeah, I think you gotta move that back. All right, and we did complete actually I don't know what we completed. Aristocracy, that's right. We do have someone wants to seize the throne. Our king consort, okay. Well, he wasn't that great anyway. But it will make our hunters quite mad. At least the hunters are the happiest out of ours, so it wouldn't take us into any sort of dangerous territory if they went that route. Could also just become miserable, but that's always painful also. And we do have, so we have, I mean, we've got a couple schemers here that could give us some culture, but the negative to the family opinion might be a little bit painful. And otherwise, we finished our road here. Does that, let's see, these are, yes, okay, so that gets us connected there. So we're fully connected in Babylon. I don't think I've checked Greece yet because I don't think I've seen them doing any roads yet. No. And yeah, okay, so we do have one ambition on the Babylonian side. And this one's going to fail because we are not going to be able to clear a third site. Very small map makes this kind of tough. Oh, and make a family furious. Okay. That's the insane one, I think. Oh, and we took the abdication. interesting. I mean, I guess we are an insane leader, so I mean, her stats are still quite good though overall, I guess. A debauched is a little rough for all our cities. We are intelligent, which is nice though. Guess we're getting an extra order from our war. Need a few more urban tiles for that one, but probably should be fine in completing that. So Furious is the negative 200, I think. Anyway, all right. I'm getting some mines down. Got to get that iron income up. We're still waiting for that disciple, I think. Had to pull back here. And we only have 3 years before upgrades, so we actually are perhaps going to have a little bit of trouble finishing this out with just these 2 warriors. Maybe is he starting to pull this one down too, perhaps? All right, yes, and Sean confirmed negative 200 is Furious. That's a I mean, that's one where like you're unlucky enough to fulfill it anyway because you're just handling your family politics, or you have to go out of your way to make your families mad, which you're probably not going to want to do anyway. So Stolen Legacy. Ooh, Book of Secrets is nice. I think Book of Secrets is always nice to get. We can get Assault or Control 5 Naval Unit. We can become a Carpenter. No, we can make someone else Carpenter. All right, so Garrison and Barracks going down in our second Hunter seat, or a site, Hunter City. Don't have any in our third yet. Garrison's being the main other way we can be getting orders finally. Because we are still 5-ish, 4-ish turns away from being able to get serfdom. Yeah, actually Greece is significantly ahead on civics right now. Money's come quite down though. Babylon is maintaining a pretty decent edge on money, but the Greek money income is dropping off, but they have a huge amount of stone income now. But Babylon has brought theirs up as well, and they also have the wood going. So yeah, their economies are both in decent shape. We do have composite bow coming down, which on Babylon I often am curious about, because I mean, if we're building, should focus down here. All right, so we pulled. All right, so we are pulling in our militia. Sounded like we got a kill there, and looks like we are okay. Not be, or they're stunned. So yeah, so we should be okay now. Probably probably finish with these 2 units and then stun that one. And then maybe we'll be able to kill it before it upgrades. But what I was saying was, for Babylon, I feel like, you know, most of your archer units are going to be your Acadians or Chimerians. I don't know how you say that. So, but they do have a lot of slingers, and so that might be their thinking, that they'll be able to upgrade all of their slingers. So I guess that kind of makes sense since they're very slinger heavy. Whoop. All right. Flipping back, we can get a little bit of money to make our traders even madder at us. So yeah, our politics has gotten a little worse over here in Babylon. Oh, and we do have, yeah, all right, and we have a a rebel in Opus, because our and I mean, we're just barely over the line there, and it spawned pretty quick there. I think it's what it gives it a 5% chance at this level, or no, is it 10? 5% for -1 to 99, so maybe it's 10% there. Or is it that you don't get them from -1 to 99, and then you can start getting them once you go over 100? I think that's it at this level, or like at the settings for the tournament. So pulling our slingers forward. We do have a pretty good military presence up here, which I feel like if they wanted to, I mean, I don't think they have the orders for it is the main problem. All right, and we did clean that up, move in and stun this guy. So yes, that seems to be, so this will clear. We'll be able to settle this. I'm assuming this will be a champion site, because we don't have a second champion site, and it's got the iron ore there. And that's really the only resource here that matters. We can get the salt up there in, possibly, which probably makes sense. They ran out of orders though. 60-year-old leader here, so we are still, I believe, on our first leader. And we have more rebels, it looks like. Yeah, we got another rebel spawn down here, because we now are in the negatives on our trader family as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, because they got the rebel spawns quite, I feel like, quite quick there. A little unlucky. We at least have the slinger down here to help clear that up, but we're probably gonna have to pull, I mean, we have a slinger up here, which, yeah, there they go. Got another slinger coming out here. Yeah, the order economy is it's pretty rough. I mean, when you're dealing with 7 usable orders a turn, and yeah, we've got a lot of workers building stuff, but we've got a few workers sort of standing around not doing anything. So fortunately, we're, I think, what, maybe 2, maybe 3 turns away from getting serfdom finally over there. Over on the Greek side, things are at least a little bit more manageable here. Oh, unfortunate. I think it respawned. Yeah, the camp leveled up. So, I mean, they should be able to take this out. But, and we have our spread here. All right, so we now have Zoroastrianism in three cities. Yeah, three cities, and looks like he yeah, okay, still can't sell it because that leveled up. So it's got an Elder Arcalite coming down here. So this ambition will complete as soon as he settles this city. So that's at least one he'll have. And then Field for Generals. I feel like that one, I mean, maybe he just doesn't have the generals. He's got plenty of general candidates here. But I guess is most of the military just most of the military is champion, I guess. All right, Defiance. Okay, I got some orders there, or some free legitimacy. +2 discipline, or some. I mean, I think the discipline is just worth way more. I think I'm not sure on that event, but I think I've had that event go 2 different ways. I don't know if it's I don't know if I'm misremembering, or if it can go either a good direction or a bad direction. Live and let die. I got this thingy over here. Did that show up? Yes, it did. Okay. Continues a time to die. Oh, maybe it always goes to the bad one. All right, so we're continuing to clean up. Let me clear that off. Continuing to clean up the rebels. Did we? Yes, we did get serfdom. Or wait, no. Did it flip over? Okay, yeah, we have not yet gotten serfdom. All right, so. Oh, so close. Do they have anything they can pull over? Oh, that's painful. So close. And yet so far. All right. What is that? All right, so Wu needs to take a moment. All right, so while they're doing that, let's take another look at the screen here. All right, so growth, Babylon continues to outpace Greece. So hopefully that's translating into more specialists. We do have significantly more civics for Greece, but their totals are not that far off. Babylon had a bit of an earlier lead there. Training wise, they're a little bit favoring Babylon, but Greece is starting to pull ahead. Culture, Greece has a clear advantage, 600 advantage there. Science, Babylon stays ahead. We're now 300 up on Greece with a 27 per turn lead. Money, Babylon continues to keep ahead of Greece there with over 4,000 total gold lead over the game. And then orders here. So Greece did pull ahead on total orders over the game here, but Babylon is about to get serfdom themselves. So this should spike up here as well. Food is sort of balanced out. Babylon, slight advantage on iron. Greece has decent lead on stone, but they also built a wonder. And then Babylon got some early lumber mills, I believe. So they have a bit of a small bit of wood income. Military score, Babylon actually is ahead. Okay, so that Greece, I think, scared Babylon into ramping up their military there. Close on victory points and legitimacy. Because Greece hasn't lost their leader yet, Babylon is Greece is keeping us a bit of a lead. Only 2 orders though from that. And I believe, yeah, so they resumed. Whoop. Yeah, that's so painful right there. one little HP. All right, so cleaned up there. I assume clean up here, and they did take. Nope, not yet. All right. Yeah, okay. We just had a bunch of workers stop at the same time. All right, so we paid a little gold. Make someone traveling afar. All right, and then they got the cleanup there. I mean, I don't know if Babylon knows this or not, but they could potentially make a move to take this site with the amount of military they have in the area. It's going to take Greece at least a couple turns to pull everything back up. But they may, man, maybe they'll make a move once they get composite bow and level everything up, possibly. They have a lot of slingers, so that will be a lot of archers if they can upgrade them. They have a ton of training. They have a bit of wood. I think it will take, what, I think it's 50 wood. Uh, 100 wood. Okay. See, that's what I struggle with here, because they do have a lot of slingers, but I would much rather save that wood and get my 6 strength unique unit out, which, I mean, I guess that they might still be planning to do that. But the fact that they went for composite bow makes me think that they might be planning to upgrade those slingers. We do have the free hoplites coming out here, so that could tip the scale in Greece's direction here, because they will have 2 6 strength units on the field. And we finally got the site down. Figure out where we want to settle here. Oh, and Wu needs a second again. Did he need to pause? He didn't pause it. I'll pause it for him. Yeah, so I mean there are a lot of slingers to upgrade, but I don't know, using all of that wood when that wood could be an Akkadian archer, a couple of Akkadian archers. All right, so we can make our sages happy if we make our religion mad, or vice versa. These are always tough. Straight trade-off. Get some extra courage for some gold. I think that's an easy take there. All right, and we're back on again. All right, so I got an Elder Acolyte in Pella. And we did do another champ city. So we're up to 2 champ cities. The only struggle here is always when your military city is so late, you have infrastructure to get up to actually make them productive again. So it's going to be a little while before this is probably churning units out as well as it could have been. Whereas Babylon has 3 military cities that have been up for, 20 odd turns at this point. Hamlet, trying to maybe get this marble. Lots of quarries coming down. Flatland mine. I guess gotta do what we gotta do. They are slightly better for our artisans. And an Odeon going down. All right, and on the Babylonian side, got air education. Did we? Yeah, so this is still the. Oh, we converted one of them, I think. We go from debauched to righteous. And we did have a kid who is now a philosophy student. And we have the lover, one of the lover events. All right, so let's see. What do we pick here? Could see going steel since we're going up against hoplites, maybe. Yeah, okay, steel. But we don't have a lot of things to upgrade right now since we went so slinger heavy. Which, I get it, like hunters, ranged units, that's a powerful play, but I do like to mix in a few warriors in with them because it can be nice to have the flexibility there. Okay, so we can take serfdom. Hopefully they remember to click that and take it. Got a salt mine going down. Got a master acolyte. A miner. So very, very econ focused here. Apprentice officer, apprentice acolyte. Got another slinger coming out here. I think I'd like to see some warriors still. Particularly with us picking up steel, I'd like something to be able to upgrade to that. I guess ranged units are fine against the hoplites too, but... And there we do, yep. So we're getting our archer upgrades here, so we are spending our wood. Spending our wood to get these archers. Yep, 4 archers there. Plenty of gold. So I guess we can spend what we need. All right, and we do have Bailnix or trapping, and they grab trapping. So ironically enough, we've had 0 slingers on the Greek side the whole game, and we have almost all slingers on the Babylonian side. We got our hoplites out, so that is That is going to be interesting to see. First 6 strength unit. Are they yeah, okay, yeah, because they're upside family. Knack 4 laws. I mean, that should be a pretty easy one. 6 lumber mills. Or did they not take either? I would have thought the 4 law one would have been a good one to grab, but maybe they're very focused on a build that's not going to be. Well, I don't know. I would think you'd want to. We've got 3 laws down now. All right, 3 laws available rather. And I guess we do have on the Greek side, we had a good amount of civics income that we saw, but where have those civics been going? A lot of rushing, maybe? We've only got 2 wonders out in the field right now. We did resume. Well, we put some turns into Jebel, but we're not doing it building right now. We still need to spread, getting more disciples out. Two disciples out right there. 3. Okay, so that would finish them out, I think. Yeah, so might see some more archer upgrades here. It could see timing here with mass upgrading to archers and then moving up here to try to contest the city site. I think if the scout, yeah, he does see it sitting there, but he moved it back. Did he move it? Yeah, he must have moved it back there. Yeah, I think if you put the scout on it, you can cancel it. That would actually have been kind of hilarious. I know I saw one game where someone had the Kothon in the water and they killed the worker with some ships and then I think dropped a scout on it and essentially pillaged it. Yeah, it did move south. So, I mean, either they don't know that they can do that or I don't know why they may not know. That's the risk, right? I think I heard someone say you need to plant a military unit on there to prevent that. So, we do have our hoplites moving westward here. So if they are vying for a timing thing here, which they can see, they see all of these archers here. So actually, they're not surprising anyone right here. Yeah, and they've got it in, and they have their tactician leader on one of these. 65 years old, good age. A lot of courage on our spouse, getting a lot of income there, and they are also a general. Oh, so they're general at this other hoplite. Oh, isn't that nice? We have a husband-wife hoplite army. And our heir here, an eloquent, intelligent scholar. So I don't think Babylon sees the hoplites, so it could be interesting. Can't see what they're going to do there, but finishing getting our barracks online up here. We still haven't done really anything in this Ford hunter seat. No garrison, no barracks up there. Did we get, oh yeah, we got another rebel here. So family politics still is pretty rough here. At least it's down to just the trader city, of which we only have the one. So but keeping this slinger busy down here, and we've got some pillages there. Finishing getting barracks up here. Let's take a look. So we have all of our, well, these were freebies. So just the 2 specialists so far in our Sage City. Science is respectable. I mean, we're outpacing the turn count by about 50%. Greece is actually a little bit behind the baseline. Did they? All right, and we did get serfdom, so beautiful. Now the question is, we have our 4th law here, so we just need to get, and we do have almost enough. I wonder, I'm guessing we got some from an event, because I don't think they've been able to accumulate that amount since they got serfdom. Because we are quite low civics accumulation rate. Control to Akkadian archers. Whoop. All right. Flip back to Greece here. We do have forestry or phalanx marked. Maybe forestry. Phalanx. I guess phalanx to citizenship. So maybe. I mean, forestry into land consolidation might be the play to get science going that way, though. Because we are behind on science at the moment. We're showing stronger and learned right now. So Greece has to know that they need to close the gap a little bit here. Even though we are ahead on city count, we haven't parlayed that into a clear advantage just yet. And we're spending a lot on this religion, which, I mean, I guess we will get a huge science boost once we finish Jebril. So and we're moving our units north again. Now that we see the archers, we can see that there's a definite danger right here. City really isn't doing anything for us, though. We've done no upgrades, building walls in here, so it's not really doing anything yet. A lot of mines here. Your job is to print units after you finish making disciples, I'm guessing. Oh, and we do have border boost up for Babylon. Which is tough, because, I mean, you might want to go land consolidation here and further boost your science. Yep, but we're going for the border boost. Grab a little bit more land here, maybe close up some borders. Big old gap right here, not much we can do there. A little bit. This feels like there should have been a city site right here. Like this, it feels like you wanted a city site right there. I guess that's just the map script. All right, moving forward, probably upgrading more. We have a ton of money sitting on an absolute massive amount of money, and we did get steel, so we were able to upgrade our one warrior, which the big struggle right here is we have both of these hoplites standing in the woods there. I mean, you could pick away at them, but it's going to be real slow. I guess they'd have to step out to actually come and kill you, though, but which surprisingly they actually aren't doing that much. I mean, I guess we're 5 strength versus 6 strength at this point, and they're not like the, you know, counter. So it would actually take us, I think. Actually, we don't have even kill potential up here. It'd be giant. Now, once we get a couple more units up here, we'll at least be able to kill one for potentially one, I guess. Still don't see no real military production coming out of Greece. So if they may be just focusing on being defensive here. So we did pick up forestry. How do I get that? Well, so we went forestry, Phalanx. I mean, we don't see any mounted units on the field really, so. And Babylon has full visibility up here finally. Well, I guess I don't know how long that's been there, but for a while there, they didn't have a scout in the area. We have our disciples popping out, going out to spread the word of Zorro. We can get a court minister. Yeah, I think that's what we took. No, looks like we took the opinion boost. Okay. Oof, and both of our families are still quite mad. I was actually going to compare that to yeah, so we're at least decent off in Greece. We're definitely struggling in Babylon right now, which, where's that even coming from? I mean, we haven't made our religion super happy with us, which I think is a struggle here. Discontent. I mean, we could get a counselor for both or either one of these. All right, so we're spending our training, upgrading a bunch of our archers. I don't know, and I guess you could peck away at them, but it's kind of, I don't know how you would approach this. I'd much rather have more axemen right now. This is why I would rather have had a few more warriors to upgrade before getting to this point. They are getting the free ballista though, and we do have enough civics to get our 4th law. So if we went 4th law and start getting our strongholds down, we can start getting some Acadians. Have we gotten, we do have strong in our capital now. So that should mean we are going to have the bonus card available at some point. Lumber mills, probably. Yep. Some nice lumber mills right here. Yep. It's actually a really nice lumber mill city. bonus points for being sages, so could also plop some specialists in there. We're working on an apprentice officer. And with the one sage city, I mean, science is outpacing Greece, but only having the one sage city. Greece is going to have the three actually. They have three. Yeah. The 3 sage cities on the Greek side, as well as doing a Jebral right here, probably means that Greece is gonna potentially catch up and possibly even outpace Babylon in the not too distant future here. Which, going up against Babylon, if you can catch up on science, it's doing a pretty good job. They did take Phalanx. I don't know about that. I mean, we haven't seen any. I guess, is that on the way to anything? It is on the way to citizenship. So yeah, okay. So if we're gonna go for citizenship, at least. Wu wants the slingers to go away. Actually, that did happen. They're no longer slingers, so we can say that he did take the slingers. All right, so finishing up our Zoroastrian disciples. Let's see, so we need to spread it to I'm wondering if they will be happy with just these core 6 cities. So it's looking like we'll need a disciple here and a disciple in the capital. And we only have, I think, 5 years if they keep working on it. So they might just do 6 out of the 7 cities. This one's being contested. It kind of makes sense. If this one flips, might as well not invest into it. We can drop bitter and become extravagant, or we can gain some more discipline. So that's even more gold. Then we get a monkey event. Could become educated, possibly, or guarantee ourselves one of the Pathfinder cultivator. I mean, Pathfinder would actually be kind of nice here, although, I mean, it's all, I mean, in the capital, maybe. We have some culture and some money that would boost it quite a bit. I mean, a trader capital with lighthouse would be amazing. Did the lighthouse, they cancel, or did they pull out? Oh no, there it is. It's still there. Yeah. I mean, imagine a trader, lighthouse, Pathfinder, capital city. That would be kind of fun. Continuing the economic development. I am curious. So military-wise, Babylon does have a decent lead here with all those archer upgrades right here. Boom, 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 boom. Is he still showing? Okay, she's showing weaker and naive. So even with only 5 cities, Babylon is maintaining a decent lead on all the, I'd say, critical metrics. I think the problem is the longer the game goes, if Greece gets the rest of their sage cities going, and particularly after Jebral, I mean, we're going to get what, a 12 of science boost just from Jebral finishing, I believe, if I'm doing my math right. Zoroas. All right. Governor upgrade. All right, so we're getting roads online over here too. Finally, did we? Yeah. So trade network still isn't set up for. Actually. Why? Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. I was like, why is that not? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna get our roads here. I guess hooking right there maybe, or hooking right here or something. Got a fisher coming down in the capital. Minor, we're spreading Zoroastrianism here. One more disciple, 4 more years for Jebril to finish. So should be time, get the disciple, run him up here, spread it, and looking like we'll get a 6-city Jebril on turn 56. And our leader is finally severely ill. Almost 70 years old. That's a healthy leader duration there. 6 science, 3 discipline. So we're going to be... Our 41-year-old daughter will be taking the reins with a 3 science, 2 charisma. So we're going to... Our gold economy is actually going to become problematic here. We're going to lose all our discipline, and we're already just at plus 42. So gold's going to become an issue here once the air shifts over, and our science is going to drop by a decent little bit too there. That's an easy enough one to take care of there, and then she was governor of Ashua here, so okay. I mean, nothing really. Asher maybe. Delver could be okay, but we don't have any mines there yet. They did take Delver, okay. Which would be nice, except she's already 76, so we're probably not going to see any value out of that. All right, getting ranges up, so we're definitely leaning into getting the military output pushed higher here, getting finally a garrison down in this central Hunter City. Still no barracks. We're doing a real slow archer right now with our governor that's actually subtracting 16% of our training. Let's see. So we do have 6 melee units in the north here. I mean, we could clean up anything that's not in trees is going to be okay, but everything else here, only one of these is really at risk there. All right. Oh, nope. Different person died. Lose legitimacy to get the champions head to like me a lot. Or we can, yeah, I mean, I think you take the legitimacy hit there and keep your family happy. Enact divine rule or take the, well, we're about to die anyway, but that's the other problem. Those, if we're about to die, starting an ambition is kind of not the best either. So I guess might as well take the plus that this goes away. Yeah, that looks like that's what they did. Yes, all of the cities are now settled. It was 5 per side and then 2 sort of splitting down the middle here for a total of 12. And Greece grabbed the 2 central ones on top of their 5, so they have a 7-5 city lead. Which Babylon is it's not hurting Babylon too much yet. I think the longer the game goes on, it's quite likely it will start tipping towards Greece's favor. But they currently are stronger in science, stronger in military, so far. But this site's very well defended. Sort of have a standoff in the north here right now. And I'd take a family opinion right now on these, given where we're at right now. Did we get any more? No more rebels just yet, but and we are finally getting an axeman out. So I kind of like that, and we do have the ballista as well, so that will help quite a bit here. Oh, and we did get ourselves a diplomat here, so plus 30 does get us out of the danger zone for the moment, at least. So that's good to see. Did we? So Jebrils 3 turns, no more wonders yet. Unless it's hard to say. I don't know what their strategy is yet. For a map this small, I think a point victory might be tough, but doesn't seem like they're focusing too heavily on wonders just yet, but they do have a decent amount of stone. I think both of them. Babylon has a bit of a lead there. Yeah, so we're 83 versus 51 science. Actually, a ton of stone on the Greek side, so they could be building something if they wanted to. They may not have the civics for it, I guess. Well, they have some civics at least, but they also need them for their laws, so if they want to hit 4 laws here, they may not be able to spend it on a wonder right now. All right, so we got our last disciple down, I think. Yeah, so I think they're gonna not worry about this northern city. So we are gonna end up with a 6 city Jebril. Yeah. Or Jebel. I keep saying Jebril, I think. Jebel. Let's see. We can get a courtier that become popular, or we can gain some legitimacy and exile this character here. Or, all right, we have our heir also. or not heir, one of our kids. What do our family lines look like right now? Okay, yes, this is my grandson, actually. Are we? Yeah, we're still severely ill, so we're not doomed yet. So walls, okay. I mean, I guess it's a frontline city. Slinger, lots of slingers. We got slingers out finally, or we got trapping out finally. So now we're grabbing a bunch of slingers, I guess. I mean, that's a use for our stone as well. Seems like the stone income was a little aggressive, though. We have a lot of stone and not a whole lot to do with it right now. I guess civics income is the bigger constraint if we're trying to go for any wonders. Do we have anything marked? We do have lighthouse marked over here too, so we could have a race for a lighthouse for both of them. Technically, Greece could grab it if they wanted to. I mean, they'd be delaying their laws. Got an archer down there that was upgraded. I was defeating the rebels, I think. That was the one from the night. So we got our axemen out. 2 axemen. This would be so much better with like 4 or 5 axemen right here. Could have actually made a push in there. And yeah, back here you're just plinking away for 1 HP mostly. That's I mean, I guess if you put them in the trees there, maybe. Yeah, you're getting 2 points there. But most of these are Highlander. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. All right. So we're roading down here also. Do you love those trader workers being able to road in a row? All right, another axeman coming out. Yeah, so they're finally ramping up the melee counter here. We're getting another mine down. Got lots of vision on the center of the map here, but it would be kind of nice to see what's going on a little bit further back here. Need to move this ballista forward too, hopefully. Still orders is the name of the game here. Turn 55. And we got 4 laws. Do we have any strongholds going down? I don't. Yep, there's one right there. Okay, so we got a stronghold going down there. That may be the only one. Oh, there's one in the capital as well. All right. On the Greek side, continuing to road, did that get us hooked in? Yep. All right, so our trade network is now connected finally. Got the marble finally to upgrade. We're getting baths down. All right. Feels very much like a more defensive points oriented play from Greece with these kinds of improvements. I mean, they certainly have the stone to do some wonder pushes here. And they got a lot of culture too. I mean, we're sitting at a strong and 4 developing so far, and then 2 weak still. Which, yes, this one's... Yeah, our 2 champions are still lagging behind. Versus Babylon has a strong and 3 developing in 1 week, which the weak one is this hunter site in the back here. All right, so lots of axemen. Yeah, lots of axemen. All right, so they must have heard me. Hopefully they didn't actually hear me. They need something to push into these trees for sure, if that's what they want to do. Counterpoint, you could take a whole contingent and I mean, this northern city has all of their military basically. So maybe you could, I mean, if this is a defensive enough posture right here that they're not going to push in on this, at least for the moment, I don't think. There's a little bit of scrub and stuff here, which might be worth taking a worker and clearing out, actually. But I don't know. There could be a play where you build up, you take, these archers, several of these, all the axemen that you're building here, and maybe push to the southern site. This one's the more upgraded city. Now, the downside to that is you're right next to both of these champions. So you're going to be fighting against a economy or a champion build queue. So Axeman seems like a good match against the Warriors and Phalanx for the Greece. Yeah. I feel like I would have, I think I would have had maybe more of a split between Warriors and Slingers at the start there. And then been able to have, this army would have been 3 Axemen, 4 Axemen, 4 Archers or something like that. And then that, I think, would have been easier to push into this earlier. He's got a few more Warriors. There's a point in time where it was like only 3 to 4 units here. And I think if you had that complement, you would have been able to push in here. But at this point, it's reinforced pretty good. Babylon does not, or does have their 4th law. Yes. Babylon does. Greece does not. So they could be building Akkadian archers once they finish these strongholds, which are 3 years out, I think, everywhere. Or no, that's our range. Sorry, I thought I saw a oh, well, I'm on the wrong. All right, so husbandry, military drill. We still don't have military drill, actually. I didn't notice that. So yeah. We have aristocracy marked, but I feel like military drill is pretty important here at this point in the game, at least. We do have the civics for our 3rd law here, but it's not really one. I guess philosophy could be, or going engineering. If he is going to go a wonder building direction, then I could see going engineering and just spamming out, 3 or 4 wonders at the same time, potentially, with the stockpile of stone he's building. Maybe. Is going aristocracy. Which he does have monasticism marked. They're probably going for a polytheism into monotheism with divine rule sort of order jump there. But his science is just not quite there yet. Even with 3 Sage cities. I think the biggest issue is he doesn't have. I mean, he does have. I mean, I guess okay. These are brand new. So I guess that's an important point. Did Jebrel just finished? Nice. Okay. Yeah, it finished this turn. So he went and plopped down a whole bunch of these temples now. So that does give him a lot of urban sites now that he can at least build something over here. Our growth in this middle stage city is kind of rough. So we have a whole lot of urban, or a whole lot of rural specialists, but not enough growth. Do we have, like, what is this one? Yeah, so we do have Acolyte. Yeah, still. I mean, the growth here is not great either. We're missing a lot of urban specialists still. So even though we have the sages, that's not really being translated into a ton of science just yet. Three sage sites to the one over here, but this one sage site is I think producing a bit more. Oh, and we do have a earthquake, so this is our third natural disaster this game. It's quite. Oh, that's a tragic earthquake. Look at that. Oh, all of those units. That's a ton of heals. Only one pillage improvement though, so that's actually nice. I've seen those go significantly worse as far as like pillage improvements is concerned. Over here we have machinery of there. I mean, I think we take our free Acadian archers, obviously, right? So but yeah, so if we look at cities, I guess we can't see it here. Yeah. All right. So actually getting the most of our science from our capital, our trader capital there. Then our sages are second place, obviously, which is coming from what exactly? So we're getting our governor helps a lot. Yeah, there's all the heals. That's nice to see. I do feel like Babylon has had slightly worse luck this game. They've had, I want to say, yeah, they had the forest fire here, and then they've had this earthquake here, and then they had the only raid of the game go to them. So I think Babylon's had a slightly worse luck. And it hit everything back here. But yeah, so what was I looking at? Yeah, the governor, plus 52% from the governor. We do have the most urban plus centralization. So yeah, makes sense. Still, it's unusual not to see a sage city maybe being top dog on the science front. I guess over here we can see, yeah, so the one sage city here is the highest over here, but our capital, artisan capital, is pretty much tied with one of our other sage cities, so not as much science coming out of these sages just yet. We did boost up, I think. Yeah, let's actually take a look. Yeah, so there's the spike from Jebrel finishing. It's a nice little boost there. We're still behind. We're now 600, almost 650 science behind Babylon, but this at least helped close the gap quite a bit. What are we spending our orders on? Let's see. We can become inspiring. That's. Yep. And then we can upgrade our governor. So that's actually, I mean, can you ask for a better leader? Actually, eloquent, inspiring, and intelligent. Governor of Ilos. We're scholar, so we're given plus 25% to this city, and we're also I guess we're only getting 1 point from intelligent. Oh no, it should be 1 point from one and 1 point from the other, right? Yeah, okay. Or 2 points from one and 1 point from the other. All right. Get a little science and legitimacy. Got someone out and about. A little bit of science there. Probably take the science and the although they could become humble, but then they'll be returning home and they'll be timid too, so could be ooh, mystery sword, interesting. There's a little bit of luck, I guess. Problem is we're only 44, so we could get a little bit of play out of it, particularly trying to go into this here. If we plop, what are we though? We're schemer though. Well, yeah, that's tough. The sword on a non-general type individual is a little. We can still put him on there, but I mean, I guess the sword would still be worth it potentially, right? Like that's actually a ton to the is it melee units, I think. Yep, and he did get the sword, so need to get that to upgrade. That could be a little bit of luck to the Babylonian side though, and that, I mean, that's a pure RNG thing, right? You're getting a powerful event. You could crack open this city. I still contest. I don't know if this city is worth taking at this point, but all right. So we can go. Oh, he redrew. All right, and we go in forestry. Nice. Okay, so finally getting forestry, probably on the way to land consolidation, because that's your next potential science spike, I guess. We did have, I believe I think it was 5-ish citrus, honey, wine. So that's 5 there. Oh, an instant 6. So there's 6 inside our borders right now here, and then there's a citrus up here and a citrus down here. So that's actually 8. So there's 8 for Greece and 6 for Babylon that they could leverage with land consolidation. And we did interesting. We went Colossus. Oop, that's not what I just tried to hit. Which, I mean, the extra civics are nice, but with the amount of stone that we have, I mean, if I was going to build anything at this point, I kind of figure it might have been Lighthouse. I guess Lighthouse, I mean, other than food, which I don't know how much, I mean, we're not getting any food up here. We do have these improved down here, but then like we're already getting plus 20. So does that, so we're really talking about Lighthouse mostly to get a boost to these. I mean, I guess you can make a case that it's not quite as impactful in this particular setup. Still would have been cool, but, and they might still get it, obviously, but I mean, I guess prioritizing Colossus, the plus level to new units, I guess, would be the bigger draw there, which, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess you had no choice. I mean, you maybe would have wanted it on this champion city down here, but the culture is not gonna let you do that yet. Add 4 courtiers, 45. We've got a few years, could maybe do that. About to fail this Furious Family one, which ironically enough, we had such bad family thing for a while there. We never did get bad enough. How does it do this? So we moved our, all right, so we do have our Acadian archers down here. So we got those, and we are getting land consolidation. So that will give us a science spike as well over here in Babylon. And we did move our ballista down here, which is interesting. So maybe they are making a play down here. We really only have the one slinger. There's another one up here that I guess these two slingers could converge. There's a third slinger coming out, but that is another slinger over here. There's a few slingers that could come out here in the next, could get over here in the next couple turns. Otherwise, take us 2 turns to get these units down here. Do we even have... We do have exploration, okay. So that will help. I mean, the rivers here will help us get down a little faster, but I don't know, it looks kind of like they're making a move for the southern city, which I think is maybe the right play. Keep the northern army distracted, because if you pull too many units away from here, you've exposed this one. But now you've got, what we got, 3, 4 archers, 2 Acadians, a ballista, axeman. There's going to be another axeman here. There's going to be another axeman there. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good strike force coming in here. To a essentially undefended city site, and the more valuable one at that, right? It's at least got a few upgrades and whatnot in place. Like I said, the only downside here, which I don't know how much visibility Babylon has right now, is that you're going up against 2 champion cities right next door. So, but with that said, if you can take this one, if you push in, take this city, then push up and take the champion seat here. I actually don't know. I assume the seat moves probably, so I guess it would move down here, and this would get the boost. But then you're down to 1 champion city. That could be, if they're able to actually pull that off, that could be GG right there, because Greece does not have quite the military production up. I think if we look, yeah, like we're really behind on military production. Babylon focused on getting barracks and even ranges up over here, so, and they have had the 3 military cities for the majority of the game, whereas the champions, this one was settled literally the last city of the game, has no barracks. I mean, I think they just got military drill not that long ago. So because we are behind on the military production on the Greek side. All right, so we get the upgrade. So we are going to be able to grab the sword, which I think is, yeah. So I guess the interesting point is where do we put it? Because we are currently, yep, there we go. All right, we're on the ballista. Okay. I mean, I guess that, I mean, already, yeah, that would be, yeah, that does some chunky damage there. I don't know, that I feel that like that's a little bit exposed. You're not going to be able to run away very easily or get yourself in position. It's a very slow moving thing. So, but I guess, I mean, it's, yeah, a 50% versus infantry. Okay. So it's going to affect basically everything that Greece has. And I mean, to critical hits, I guess, I mean, still. Yeah. Let's see. So JCT is a pretty patient player. They wait the turns to get them units on the board and then force the orders to get them over to Syracuse. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, so JCT Babylon has scouting here in the center, but that's about it. I don't think you can see what, you know, what the sort of buildup is on the back line here, if they have any units really waiting in the back here. So you might, you know, be afraid of pushing in without knowing. Now you could push pull these scouts up here and try to take a peek, which I'd like to see. These are only going to tell you if they're coming at you, but at this point with the borders that they have, you're gonna already have visibility out this far anyway. So move this scout forward, see what's going on over there. Yeah, he might not. I mean, if we take a look at the military score, I mean, Babylon is doubling Greece right now, and Greece doesn't have the production capacity really to keep up. I mean, he does have a champion seat, so that's nice, but we don't even have our first barracks down in it yet. So this could be, I think I said it earlier, and I feel like this is the kind of situation where, like, the longer the game goes on, the worse Babylon's position gets. So if they wait too much, they might miss their window, as once he gets barracks online in, you know, in these cities, and gets his military production pushed up, he'll be better positioned to sort of potentially counter or at least defend against an attack. Greece, I think, seems to be playing a more eco game. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess those 3 hunter sites at the beginning for Babylon are paying dividends at this point. Because this right here, I mean, even attacking into this is going to be problematic for Greece. But now Babylon has a whole army down here to the south, which he doesn't have an answer to without leaving the north undefended. And he's even moving these slingers to the north here. So, like, this is a little spooky for Greece. If Babylon actually wants to can figure out that they can capitalize on this. Yeah, and we have Acadian archers coming out now. Is it just the one? Apprentice officer to the north here. Got an archer coming out over here. Guess we don't have our stronghold up there yet. I would have liked to see strongholds going down in all of the key military protection sites. We're getting some upgrades down. Yeah, so what do we have? In 4 turns, we'll have 3 Acadian archers. We have 3 axemen down here. We have this ballista. Oh, and we're roading forward. We are roading forward, maybe. A trader roading forward too, which will be nice. We could have yeah, with both of these workers, we could have a road to his front door like next turn. This is looking promising. I mean, I can see enough to know that there's nothing here. There's no visible units here right now. And he did move the scout forward. Okay, I like to see that. He did move the scout forward. And he can't see anything too concerning in this champion seat here. And he can see all of these slingers up here. So he can see essentially almost the entire army. There's a slinger down here. 3 turns for another slinger. Now I feel like Greece went pretty slinger heavy in response to all the archers that he saw on the Babylonian side. And so now Greece can see the buildup down there, so that's got to have him concerned. You can see a very, very scary mobilization in the south there. And yeah, he's moving his units out now. Which is interesting because you move enough units out of the north here, you're leaving the northern side sort of exposed. It is tough because with all of these archers, you are going into this sort of wooded area here. It makes it an assault there kind of rough, but I also don't know. I mean, let's pick one of these Acadians. Yeah, I mean, 2 shots from the Acadian. These are all the hoplites Greece can get right now. We don't have our 4th law yet. So if you take this ballista and 2 shots from the Acadians and you got 1 hoplite down. And you got axemen to back it up, like, oh, not the worker. There we go. Yeah, I mean, 4-ish axemen take out the other one, or an axeman, a couple axemen, and a couple archers. Down here, actually, I mean, there is some wood. It's not quite as wooded as the northern site, but there's a couple wooded sites and a couple urban sites down here that they can leverage for defense. But I think with the Acadians and the extra axemen down here in the south, and especially this ballista, yeah, and we're roading forward. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, can Greece even get down here in time? Can you chop inside of someone else's territory? Ooh, and right in with the ballista. Look at that. So we're going straight in. This is fun. Acadians going in. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I mean, some force marches would get you down there, but like with this army, I don't know what you're going to do with just 4-ish units here. I guess the question is, I mean, they're already up 7 to 5 cities. So if Babylon takes the southern city here, you have the champions here. Now you're tied up on cities. Sort of reinforce a defensive position here. And maybe you're able to hold on long enough to build up your defense. But yes, he's repairing damage, pulling in the units. I mean, I don't even think, well, I guess that slinger might, I mean, I don't know that it matters though. He might be able to force march in over here, but he's in the woods, thankfully. So, or smart, intelligently he placed it in the woods there. So these slingers aren't going to do much to it. Got to get these hoplites. Yeah, so we can force march them down, but these hoplites aren't going to be enough to kill the ballista even. And then you're setting yourself up for a direct. Okay, so he moved the worker out. Maybe he's prepping to straight up just abandon the city. I think that's the right move. I don't think you defend here. You don't have the units here to defend out. And we do have a forest fire up here now, which actually is tragic for Greece this time because you're going to kill your cover. You push this spearman out into danger range here. And he's, see, I don't know. I mean, if he abandons this city with all these units, then what's stopping these guys from walking in here? He can't defend both. But I feel like he's not going to get the opportunity anyway, because by the time these units make it, I mean, got an axeman over here, archer and axeman being built, an axeman being built. We've got axemen and multiple archers that we can pull in down here. These axemen didn't even take any hits on the city this turn. Civic boost. I mean, yeah, I think civic boost would be nice here. Monkey event. Stressed. Yeah. Good protection edicts, maybe. Make paganism happier. All of our, I mean, our religion is, all of our families have the same religion, so making paganism happy makes everyone happy. Yeah, so I mean, can we, what is this? So it's 2 points there. I mean, from here we're doing a 1 point there. There's no units in the city, so just gotta get the so doing 3 points there, 5 points, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9. That's 18, right? The way I did that. Yeah. Yeah, so actually, yeah, you could grab, I mean, you just pull one of these axe, maybe force march it. I think you have enough firepower here to take this turn. pull some axes up. I mean, the fact that the other option is that he's moving his whole army south, so like he could grab, you know, a few of these archers and pull them down too in response. I mean, so there we go. So hit. Okay, so moving the axe, I guess, to be a defensive block there. I don't know. I mean, I guess, sure, blocking, but they could also just come around this way. A little bit faster for them to come this way, but like you could be flanked. Maybe would have pushed in closer to the city just to take it, because I don't think he's gonna. Okay, took a time extension there. Good. I mean, you have the training, but okay. No, okay, so we're gonna, I guess it looks like we're probably gonna let it persist till next turn. I think we could have grabbed it. One more hit there. But we ran out of orders moving units. But I mean, they could come around this way too. Still, I guess these hoplites. Yeah, I mean, I guess this should be enough to hold the northern line in there. Got another slinger popping out there. Got a slinger in the south here. I guess the thing is he could maybe force march a slinger into the city down there, which means it'll make it a little bit harder for him to take because it's also repairing it. Maybe would have rather seen the city taken. All right, looks like we might get a kill here. Yeah, and he force marched the slinger into the city, which is good. Take a pot shot there. Yeah, I mean, it would have been better to grab the city last turn, I think. I mean, he had the firepower to do it. Now, he would have left this, he would have left this open to come in, but I feel like if you surrounded the city and you still had a defensive line, around here, it would have been still defendable, I think. I mean, you have I think you have a unit quality. Yeah, I mean, you have archers versus slingers. You've got Acadian archers. You've got ballista, and you have axemen going up against all of these melee units. So I mean the melee hoplites at least. Because now we gotta still. I mean, it repaired, so we got to kill the repaired. And then on top of that, so maybe we stop trying to take it and we divert to just clearing out, which yeah, Greece. I think the downside here is I think you've got, even if you have equivalent armies down here, you don't have it up here. So, yeah, look, I mean, if he loses these hoplites, it's kind of rough because he can't get any more for a while. I mean, that zealots on him, which means it's at least a little bit tricky. I mean, you could get a hoplite kill with, I think, 3 other hits there. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know if I would have done that too, because you had the damage. It would have been better to hit this one because they were only like a little bit of damage there. They didn't need the full hit from the ballista. But I don't know that it matters. We'll pull a few of these units over here and get an AoE from the Acadians. We got another Acadian in a year. We've got another archer. So, yeah. I feel like this was... I feel like this maybe could have been handled slightly differently with Greece, because I mean, sure, pull your units back to defend, but just, you know, this city is a lost cause, I think. So put yourself behind the champ seat here and make sure you pull all your units down in a way where you're prepped to do a legitimate defense here. Because like you can lose this city and even this city, I feel like, but if you lose your champion seat, you're not going to be able to keep up no matter what. I mean, I don't think they might be able to keep up anyway, but I think Syracuse was a lost cause, and now we've lost our 2 hoplites. We have some spearmen coming down here, which, I mean, that's actually an amazing spear right there. Well, at least on the offense side. Strike 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess considering the family issues, these 2 spear are almost as good as those hoplites anyway, but all right, so we're banned. So okay, I mean, I think that's fair. We'll abandon the 2 center cities to try to save our core military production city. We backed up here. Do we have? We've got spearmen. I don't know about these. I don't know why we need workers right now. Maybe I'll flip them before the end of the turn, because I think we should be. I mean, I guess we don't have. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. 7 turns from now isn't going to do anything anyway. We do have quite a bit of civics though, so we could rush a couple units at least. But yeah, we have so much production on the Babylonian side. I mean, well, 8 turn Acadian is kind of rough, but yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't push into this, right? I would take Syracuse, and then seeing this city, like I would use this time to take Syracuse and then set myself up to defend here. And then on the back end of these units moving out, maybe move these in and take this city. And then he's got to make a choice, right? Do I keep coming down here to defend Proton, or do I pull them back to... Because I think Babylon can take both of these center sites now. Because we did move our units back here. And we're peppering the city now. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, a champion city here, or a champion city would have been... I think the problem was that Greece just didn't get military production up fast enough, because they had 1 champion seat, which was like the, I think maybe the 4th city they settled. and then their second champion city was their last city, like literally the last city settled. So all right, so we have orders, but do we have the units? Yeah, I think we do. Maybe. All right, pull an axe back, maybe. Or pull an axe. Do we have it? Yeah, there it goes. There we go. All right, so we got it. We're capturing it now. And we're still, I mean, we're just barely getting these units to this defensive line. All right, and we have a GG from Wu. I mean, I feel like maybe he could have tried to defend there, but whoop. There we go. Nice. All right. I don't know if we can get them in the I'm checking to see if anyone wants to jump in. All right, let me see if I can get us. All right, let me enable Discord here. I think, hopefully. Hello. I haven't actually used my Discord voice in a while, so I'm hoping I have it set up correctly. I don't think I do. Oh, wait, there we go. Hello. Hopefully, well, actually, no, I don't know if I may not have it configured right for the stream, unfortunately. And that's on me. Yeah, no problem. Let me see real quick if I can. Let me see if I can try to fix this. No, I don't think. No, it's not that. I was trying to get Discord onto my stream, but
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw it down here all over the place, and see. Maybe that's working now. I don't know if anyone can hear that. If one of you guys can talk now.
Oh, sure. Nice game. I had some rather unusual stuff happen, so I was definitely a little nervous there for a bit. But
Yeah.
you know, those surveyor workers came in handy for staging an attack on the opposite side of the continent.
Yeah, it was a very, very good game. I think it looked. I think Greece took a quick, city lead there. Was able to contest and grab those two central cities. So going up 7 versus 5 cities certainly seemed to be tough at the beginning. But I think you were able to capitalize on your core 5 cities there, and sort of leverage that into a good, solid military production base, which was, I think, what carried you there. Because I think the problem Greece suffered from was that their second champion seat or city was the very last city settled in the entire game. and I think there just wasn't a lot of military production capacity there. How did you feel going in there? Like, it looked like were you playing more of an econ game, or what was sort of the strategy there?
Yeah, I mean, Babylon, I kind of wanted, at the very earliest, kind of a mid-game push. I I had some, I really, really regret taking, I think it maybe was a 25% chance. I don't know exactly if if the probabilities are totally even for an event that made my air insane. Um,
Yeah, that
and
insane
like,
air.
oh my God, as soon as I selected that, and, just, I was, yeah, that was a real mistake, especially since it's like I think I had either only the one kid or like that kid and a very young one, and then when there was a chance to abdicate immediately, it was to my you know I think born that year kid, like at age 0 heir. So I mean, I really struggled with orders there for a little bit, and even considered trying to make a family furious to meet the insane objective that I had gotten. I don't know. There were some real some parts in the middle there that did not make a lot of sense, including also then at the beginning not selecting technology for the first 2 turns. I was a little amped up for another tournament match and just not paying enough attention, I think so. Um, yeah, not far from an immaculate game, but a fun one nevertheless.
Yeah, a victory is a victory, and it sounds like Woo's mic isn't working, so he actually dropped out. I don't know if he's trying to fix it or if he isn't going to be able to make it back in here. But I will say, I mean, so I feel like at the beginning you had some bad luck because you had that forest fire in your hunter city there that sort of destroyed all of your cover. And then you had the only tribal raid of the entire game. And so that, I think that tribal raid, it looked like you guys were gearing up for a conflict over that northern coastal city. And as you were moving northward there, you had that tribal raid spawn and go towards your direction. And that kind of let Wu sort of swoop behind and grab that city while you were messing with those tribes. But like you were saying, the orders was kind of a big deal for both of y'all for the majority of the start of the game, because you both struggled with orders for a while, and neither of you, I think, got navigation till closer to the mid game here. So Greece got it turn 36, or well, turn 35 probably, and you were pretty even on orders up to about turn 35, and then with navigation pickup or serfdom pickup, Greece jumped ahead there, and I think you got serfdom on turn 48, which I will say it was a bit unfortunate because it looked like you were getting ready to get serfdom, and you had the civics for it, but then I think you maybe spent the civics on a different law right before navigation finished or something, and I was a little sad because I was like, oh, you're ready to get your order economy back up, and then you didn't have the civics again for another I don't know, 6 or 7 turns or something like that.
Yeah, that was not great. I was not paying. I was also pretty squeezed on civics. I didn't get garrisons up very early, which should be a priority for Babylon. So that definitely didn't help the order crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Woo, good to have you back in the chat.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Congrats on your win.
Please. Yeah. Hey, nice game. Thanks a lot for playing.
Yeah. It was a very fun one to watch, and thanks for, it's my first cast, so hopefully it went okay. I did want to ask you, so were you sort of gearing towards a sort of more of an economic direction? Like, it seemed like you were very focused on the economy here, and your military production hadn't really sort of gotten spun up yet. So what was your sort of game plan on your side, Wu?
I was actually trying to do a Coliseum rush, but it was like way too slow. I should have probably gone patrons as my capital, and I took some really bad tech choices. I should have taken mill drill like way sooner. looking back on it, I should have just gone mill drill with 4 laws, and then just try and turtle out, and then maybe try and win with like a swordsman.
Hmm.
But yeah, I took arsons as my opening city, and that was probably a mistake.
Yeah, I mean the artisan city there. I mean it looked like it could have gone a few different ways, but
I think I dicked around too much, like me spending all that time making like disciples so that I could spread my religion.
well, that was a decent science spike for you because you were behind on science for a good percentage of the game. Obviously, going against Babylon, that's somewhat to be expected, and that did give you a pretty nice science boost. But yeah, the amount of investment that you had to do to actually pay that off with such
It was just too slow.
yeah, and I think you're right too, because I think the big issue looking at the sort of state we're in right now is that you didn't have any barracks basically, maybe one or two, and so your production just wasn't there at this point, and so it's almost like it was a timing thing from the Babylonian side where you weren't going to be able to keep up on the military production side just yet. And if the game had gone on another 10 20 turns, I think you would have maybe gotten there and been able, but that combined with the champion seat would have maybe been able to allow you to sort of compete. But right now, without military drill until I think it was like late turn 50 something, 56 or something like that, 58, before you had even military drill. So
yeah, I think the turning point was when I decided to go for architecture. I think that was a bad choice because I was just getting so greedy at that point. I'm like, he's playing Babylon. He's just gonna chill out and science up.
I will say when I saw the architecture pick, if you go back and watch the stream, I did sort of question it a little bit. I was like, I'm not quite sure where that's going. As far as what
I wanted to get my discount on my wonders. That's where it's going. I wanted to get like 25% off.
yeah. No, I
coupon.
Right. Yeah. So and was that sort of like your plan was you're going to try to wonder up and get the point victory then?
Yeah, I was trying to get like a fast Coliseum. I've done it before. I think it was a mistake going, like I said, going arsons. I should have gone patrons. Like I think like the one girls, and Jade also affects patrons.
Yeah. So
I think it was just like a bad strategy. I didn't. Yeah, the map is just like too close knit. I wanted to actually play Babylon.
I thought you did. You'd said before that you wanted to go Babylon to me. So I didn't. When I saw him pick Babylon, I was like, oh, he's been Babylon blocked here. So I will say so the sort of the maneuver there at the end, JCT, like I actually said it. It was almost spooky. I was like, I hope he's not listening to the stream because I was like, you had that whole, standoff in the north, right? And then I saw that you had your Cadian archers coming out. You had a bunch of axemen coming out. And I'm like, if I were him, I would just grab all of these new units that are popping out and beeline to that southern city. Because that northern standoff is kind of stable. He's not going to really be able to attack into that. But these units, why attack into where his whole army is right now? And so, and then I think you pulled your ballista down. You started moving everything, down from the, that was popping out down the south here, and did just that. And so we were wondering if you were going to just sort of, take a defensive posture there or actually push forward. And you ended up pushing forward, which I think everyone was happy to see because it was the right time to do it. And we just weren't sure if you knew that it was the right time to do it. So,
yeah, I mean, I finally moved my 4 scouts that had just been that was part of it's like the order crunch, meaning that you're also doing less scouting, gathering slightly less legitimacy, although, on a smaller map like this, I don't think that I missed out on too much there. But I did have the sense it's like, marching over those hills was going to, especially being so order short, I was really nervous about any attack that would involve kind of trying to set up something from the highlands next to that city, and saw that when my scouting was bad enough that that most southern city popped up to me based on its expansion of Greece's borders, and I saw that the cover there kind of went like favored the attacker and figured that that might be a decent shot to take. I kind of those the trader workers are pretty nice for that set of roads. Having a schemer and never having purchased orders, obviously, since I didn't start with a schemer, was a nice way of kind of being able to supply a sufficient set of orders for the attack. I finally had some scouting in the middle too, so I sort of saw the force marching south. That's how I was able to sort of kind of know that I had enough time to keep pressuring the city, and probably turn around and attack the hoplites, which, since there were only 3 laws for Greece, I knew those were a tech unit.
Yep.
So it was kind of like once those were out of the way, I thought I'd be in okay shape.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I think a very good tactical play. I felt like in the north there, you had basically all ranged units, and he had really good tree cover up there. So that standoff, earlier on, I was like, oh well, he kind of has a slight advantage, but his advantage is sort of being blocked by all that tree cover. And I was saying I felt like a couple more, because you eventually went steel, but you only had one warrior to bother to upgrade to axemen, and I think a couple more warriors earlier on, a more mix of the ranged and melee units might have given you a slight edge to be able to have an opportunity to push into that northern city a little bit earlier in the game if you had saw an opening. But at the end of the day, the triple hunter cities and the military production that you had there just lets you outpace it anyway. So, and we did have sort of the god come into play there at the end. I don't think it really mattered or changed anything, but I did think it was interesting. I mean, I guess putting it on that ballista meant that it sort of multiplied the damage of that already good infantry killing unit. So that was kind of fun. So,
oh yeah, that definitely helped versus the hoplites. That was pretty lucky. I'd forgotten. I think I'd seen that because that event is triggered by extravagant, or that is a version of the event that is triggered by extravagant, and I kind of forgotten about that. That was real lucky.
Yeah. And we do have a comment. It was it was a very small map, right? So I think without the distance between you guys, it's not surprising that we had some pretty early aggression here. So was a good way to finish it out. So I was curious, Wu, if you were gonna, because I thought I think the biggest issue would have been that, like, if you could have maybe turtled up in your champion seat and defend against the southern attack, but then you're basically ceding the northern city as well, now giving the city advantage back to Babylon. And I don't know if there was a way to climb back from that or not. Because at the moment you're balanced out 6 cities versus 6 cities, but I think the military advantage, I mean, if we look at the graph, for military, Babylon right now is basically double Greece. So had the production capacity to outpace as well. So I think probably even an attempt to defend in the champion seat there probably wouldn't have gone very far anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I made some really bad tech choices. I should have gone just like a standard mill drill, 4 laws.
Yeah,
and just like start having like more UUs out, but.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, bringing a hoplite to an Acadian fight is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's not good, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you had all the stone in the world. I mean, your economy was not bad.
Yeah, I had all the stone, but I never did anything with it.
So, well, very good game. Do you guys have anything else you want to say before we close this out?
Yeah, GG, man. I was stupid.
Well, yeah, nice game. So I had kind of I had played in the past couple days a couple examples of that continent's map, and I think otherwise I would have been caught by surprise by just how tight and confined things were. And yeah, I mean, I continue to love I love the random aspects of the game. I am waiting for I would like a tournament game where I have a leader make it past 40 turns. That'd be nice.
That did go in the favor of Greece there, because I think Greece's leader.
Oh yeah, he lived to like 65 or something.
No, it was a past 70. It was I actually commented on that. Yeah, it was like, I think you didn't lose him until let me see here. Let's see. So, I'm on the wrong one, I think. Yeah, I'm on the wrong one. Timeline. Nope. Oh, it's actually don't know how to get to that screen from here. But yeah, it was a little past 70, I think. At 70, 72, 73, I think. But yeah, good game. It was fun to watch. And I think if I understand correctly, this was the 1-1 bracket. So I guess that means JCT, you're going up 2 wins, and I think 1 more, and you're in the bracket. And Wu, I think you have, I guess, to win out your next 2 to stay in, is the way I understand it. So good luck to both of you, and hope you guys can both close out and continue in. So.
All right. Well, thank you
Absolutely.
for casting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking up the cast. It's getting kind of late here, and Wu, good luck in the next round. Yeah, hope you close out the rest of those matches.
All right. Thank you guys. I'm going to end